Hello, everyone. Welcome to us. Right. So, as you know, that this is a session that is being hosted live from Malaysia and also US. My name is Safina, your host for today, and together with me we have Nitin and also Niranjani as our panel to how to say to help answer whatever question that you have and any inquiries that you might have while we are interacting with the panels. So I would like to first introduce our panel for today. Nitin is the founder of Synapse QA. So basically, he is the backbone who pushes all the creative ideas behind Synapse QA. And then you will see on the other hand, we have Niranjani. Niranjani is an engineering manager at Hippo Insurance, and she is also an avid speaker, blogger, and she is definitely active in testing communities. So we are how to say waiting for the audience to join us before we go deeper into the Q&A session. So over here we have Priscilla. Welcome, Priscilla, to the session. And how are we going to host this session for today? It will be spontaneous, and we will definitely prioritize any question that comes from our audience first. And also if you have anything, if maybe it's just a clarification, it's not really a question, you are free to type it on our chat box. Okay, and then we will take it away from there. And before we start with the grilling session, basically me grilling the panel, I will introduce and bring Nitin on stage to reintroduce or brief a little bit about Synapse QA and what we do as a team. Go ahead, Nitin.
Hey, thank you, Safina. Hi, everyone. So good to be here discussing about Super Voice. So pretty much excited. So about Synapse QA, it's a community space we started 2 years back, and now we are on a mission to make testers believe in themselves. And Super Voice is an event which is themed particularly for that, to help testers to speak up more, find their voice, and confidently share their knowledge to the wider audience. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Nitin. So I think the warm-up session is too short, but I let them to take a deep breath, breathe in and then breathe out, because I will have lots of bullets coming up. Yeah, I think someone has started the question from Gotham. Cypress or Selenium, which is the future? Is this something that we want to answer first, or we want to uh, take it in between the rest of our question?
Mm, Cypress or Selenium, which is the future? Okay, so basically this AMA was specific for Super Voice event, not to discuss anything apart from that. But since the question is there, maybe I could share my 2 cents. So basically, it depends on the project you are working on, right? It's not about the future of a tool. It's about the project and the demands you have for that specific project. So you should be picking a tool based on your needs, not depending on the future of a tool or future of the industry or something like that. So that's my 2 cents on that.
All right, thank you,
Maybe
Nitin.
Niranjani, if you want to top up.
No, that's the perfect answer, Nitin. I agree. Yes,
All
makes
right.
sense.
So just to recap the goal of this session for today, this Ask Us Anything session is specifically designed for you to clarify anything that is related to our event that is called the Super Voice. I think some of you have attended Priscilla's session on Unleash the Speaker in You, and you might have more doubts about am I putting in the right effort, or should I try it now than later? So this is the session for us to really clear out the doubts that you have, right? So I think some of the followers who have been following Synapse QA for the past few years, they have actually joined or know about Super Read. So the first question that we have, can I participate in Supervise and also Super Read this year? Maybe Nitin can answer.
Of course. So both events are open for everyone. We are not restricting that. So those who participated in Super Voice cannot participate in Super Leagues. They can participate in both, and almost all the events we conduct. So it is not restricted to specific event or something like that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nitin. And speaking of that, speaking of this ambitious ambition that you can attend both Super Voice and Super 8 this year, is there any prize for the winner?
Is that to me as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so for Super Voice, yes, there are prices, same like all our other events. So only thing is we want to keep it a secret moving forward, like for a bit longer time. After that, we will be sharing the detailed pricing structure. What I could share now is the finalist who is part of the Super Voice will be getting a chance to speak at our first very own conference next year, which will be happening on early next year or at least by mid of next year. And there will be certification exam vouchers and all those sort of other things, swags sort of things will be there. And if you are exclusively looking for the cash prizes, then that will be following later. Yeah, stay tuned for that.
Wow. I think Nitin started off strong with all these hard-dressed swags that you get to be the speaker in the next conference and lots of prizes. And I would like to, calm him down a little bit. I'm moving to Niranjani. So, Niranjani, we know that Super Voice is, how to say, is widely known with testing related topics. But I wonder whether can we talk about mental health instead? What do you say?
No, because we want to restrict the three main themes for Supervoice are around human side of testing, technologies involved in testing, and processes and approaches. So long as your topic falls into any of these three themes, it should be fine, but nothing outside of that.
All right, noted on that. Right, and then since we know that Supervise is about the theme revolves around a reality show, so I wonder whether should we still be available at all times during the event. So how do we arrange ourselves and our commitment? Maybe Nitin can add on to this.
Okay, so the Super Voice actually got 5 stages, right? The first one is auditions, where we are accepting recorded talks from you, which is of duration 8 minutes. So there is no physical attendance for that. It is actually a recorded talk you're sharing to us through the form we have for call for auditions. And then we got 3 rounds. And for that, it is actually a recording session which is conducted by us along with our jury members. For that, your physical presence is needed, but not physically coming to Malaysia, where we are mainly located. It's virtually attending the session and sharing your topic. And then for the grand finale, it is happening live, so physical presence is again needed. Yes.
All right. So you mentioned, Nitin, that there are 5 stages, and I saw there's a question from Mahati. Thank you for asking us. Can we choose any topic apart from the given themes?
Okay,
Uh,
so I guess Niranjani already covered that. Maybe Niranjani can proceed with that.
yeah, sure. Yeah, like we mentioned, we definitely want to stick to the three themes. So long as your topic falls into those themes, then it's fine.
All right. Thank you
Yeah,
for the
because those
question.
three themes
Mm-hmm.
got can
I think
have
they're very
broad.
wide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a wide and broader perspective for that three themes.
All right. Yeah, I think we have ample flexibility for the candidates to choose from. So
Mhm.
stay tuned to that. And yeah, the next question I'm passing in to Niranjani. Since we have a specific or rather tailored team for Super Voice, I wonder whether can we also talk about specific tools, for example, Leapwork, Catalan, or Browser Stacks. What is your opinion on this?
So again, we definitely do not encourage any kind of marketing talks, so long as your talk involves talking about using these tools as part of your job or as part of a proof of concept you worked on or a side project, then it's fine, but definitely not no marketing talks.
Okay, so in short, be creative, no marketing,
Yes,
and then
that's true.
it's more on sharing how you rephrase those words from marketing to knowledge sharing. So it's fine for us. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, maybe Nuranjini can help me clear out one of these questions as well. Are there any restriction for experienced speakers? Or is this supervised is only open for newbies? How do we dissect who is who, and so that we can balance out the strength of each of the candidate?
Super Voice is open for everyone. Again, I think we definitely want to encourage a lot of folks who've never done public speaking before, definitely because we're trying to guide them in every possible way. But at the same time, it's not restricted to only newbies. Everyone can participate.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a newbie. I think I should attend as well. But does family
You
members
should,
allow?
Safina.
You should, Safina.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Nitin, is this a 1 day event or perhaps 2 days event similar to Testathon event?
Mm, it is not actually. So it's an event that spans for multiple time windows, and in total it is actually 4 months duration. Why we have 4 months duration is to give the contestants enough time to prepare, so that they could be confident enough to share that out, right? So we have breaks in between for the contestants to go through each stages of super voice. That's why the duration is so long, but it's not a continuous commitment of 4 months. It's on and off commitment in every month, something like that.
Okay. All right. Okay. We have another question from Raman. After every round, do we need a separate topic?
Mm,
Who wants to
So
answer?
yes, so auditions we have generalized certain examples, right? And after that, it is theme based round. So once you submit your auditions, we encourage all our contestants who submitted their entries for auditions. So at least prepare for the next round, because you never know you will be shortlisted or not, right? So at least prepare for the immediate next round, which is of the theme human side of testing. So you can pick around a topic like and start preparing yourself, and then following rounds is having 30 days gap for you to prepare, so you will get enough time to prepare for the next topics.
Yeah, I think what okay now Raman saying that like every singer chooses a separate song definitely. You'll be very bored if you keep on singing the same song. So it looks like your Spotify only have one song. So
Yes,
something wrong with the
so
playlist.
everything will be different based on the themes. Yes.
Right. All right. So Niranjani, for instance, right, if there's a multi time zone can I mean the candidate comes from different time zone. Okay. So how do we manage this? Is Super Voice going to be a multi time zone event or is it just restricted to Asian Pacific time zone?
It is a multi-time zone event, and as you can see, both Safina and Nitin are in Malaysia, and I'm from US right now. So everybody, we will make sure to accommodate all time zones. So.
Mm. All right. So stay tuned, charge up, bring your biscuits, whatever that you need to help you stay energized. Uh, and yeah, because I used to have this kind of experience as well that when someone else in the US is having their breakfast, I said, yeah, and I'm having trouble completing or finishing my supper
Mhm,
because of the time
mhm.
zone issue. So that's about it. All right. The next question I have for Niranjani, I wonder whether can we actually submit more than one talks for the audition? Because maybe we don't
Totally.
feel
Mhm.
confident about the first
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, totally fine. I think at the end of the day, like we mentioned before, we just want to make sure the topic falls into the realm of testing, so
Mhm.
long as it's related to testing and not about career journeys or mental health, it should
Mm.
be fine. And yeah, they can definitely submit more than one talk.
Right. So again, be creative. You never know where is your strength. So keep on submitting different topics until you feel that there is one topic that you feel comfortable the most, and start from there. Okay. But again, if you do not know how to really define the topics, we can share the links to Priscilla's previous session where she has actually shared lots of tips and tricks on how to define your topics so that you can get some ideas from there. Okay. So, Nitin, I wonder that if let's say I'm joining in and I'm so excited that I got shortlisted for the audition, how soon will the first episode be recorded?
So 20th is our end date for call for auditions, right? And then we will be reaching out to the contestants maybe around 10 days time. So the recording is planned for mid of July. So they will
Mhm.
get around approximately around 20 days to come up with the next topic.
20 working days. So
Yes,
let's
20.
just make sure.
Not only working days, it's actually 20 days in total, including non-working
Mhm.
days.
Okay, so that means it is actually 20 calendar days then,
Yeah.
because Malaysia is known to be having lots of public holidays, so we tend to drag. Okay, but this will be 20 calendar days as confirmed. All right. Yeah, Niranjani, if let's say, I mean, echoing from what Nitin has mentioned, that I'm so excited that the first episode will be recorded soon. And if I get proceeded to each round, will I get enough time to prepare for my next round? How do we arrange this?
Yes, as Nitin mentioned, Super Voice spans across 4 months, so you will definitely get enough time to prepare for the next round. And again, if you're presenting, I mean, if you're doing an audition, always be prepared for the, like, assume you're going to get selected and you're going to be presenting your first talk. So I would recommend preparing two talks just in case if everything goes well, you get selected, you at least have, you're already prepared for your next round.
Right, definitely. Okay, but if let's say now that I'm so excited that I get to prepare for my next round, and then suddenly Nitin, if I'm not able to make it on the episode of the recording, will I be eliminated?
Okay, good question. Um, so we have 4 episodes per round, and these 4 episodes will be recorded. Basically, our schedule is to record it with 2 days time. So each day will be 2 episode recording. So you will be getting all the contestants will actually be getting 4 slots to pick, and it's actually open 4 slots. So whoever picks the first slot, first come first serve. Yeah, that's how it will be going.
Okay, so that means there's no elimination. We just need your commitment so that we can complete the recording nicely. And then, speaking of non-elimination, just because you can't make it to the recording time, and also there are 5 stages for you to fulfill. And imagine that you are now reaching the grand finale. How do we arrange the topic? Is it going to be a random topic on the spot during the grand finale day itself, or the audience get the hint upfront so that they can prepare? What do you say, Nitin?
Okay, so grand finale is a secret as of now. We are not revealing the theme for grand finale because we want some surprise element, right? If we
Mm-hmm.
reveal everything, then there's no fun. So grand finale themes are not revealing now. We will be revealing it only to the finalists when they are closer to the grand finale.
Okay, okay. So I'm coming back to the recording concern just now. I remember one thing, that if let's say on my episode of recording day, should I be present for the full episode recording, or can I just drop off after my talk? So maybe my recording starts at my slot starts at 9 p.m. Malaysia time, but I have to wait for the whole session for maybe 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Can I drop off and excuse myself, or how do we arrange that?
Mm, Totally up to the contestant. If they want to stay and listen to the other contestant talk, they
Mm-hmm.
can remain in the recording session. If they want to leave after their talk and after getting the feedback from jury, of course, yeah, after that they are free to leave. It's up to the contestants. We are not restricting them to stay until the recording finishing time.
All right. So thank you so much for the flexibility, because I believe that if you make commitment to do the recording, we are also committed to release you on time, I would say, and so that you can do other things on your own. Okay. I'm picking up one question from Raman. What if the topic turns out to be similar with other contestants? How do we differentiate this, Niranjani?
Yeah, this is definitely a good question. So, as we are part of the organizers, we will make sure to notify the contestant based on first come, first serve basis. Like, let's say there's a second contestant with the same topic, then we'll notify them saying, hey, we already have someone else who took up the same topics, and we'll make sure they have sufficient time to prepare.
Right. Okay. So rest assured that the organizing team will also do their due diligence to not creating the internal commotion among ourselves. So we'll make sure that if you have topics that is coincidentally similar to other contestants, we will notify you. And as what Niranjani mentioned earlier, it's best to at least come up with at least two submission, so that it will make things easier for the organizing team and also yourself, so that we know which topic that we can prioritize for you. Okay. All right, Niranjini, before each episode, I was wondering, do I need to submit my topic details in advance to the super voice coordinator? Maybe Nitin and Niranjini can add on to this as well.
So before each episode, I mean, we definitely need, like we mentioned previously, we have three broad themes, and obviously, if a contestant is advancing to the next episode or the next round,
Mm-hmm.
then we do need them to submit the topic details.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't be way in advance. It'll be probably, like Nathan mentioned, maybe 20 days in advance. So we
Mm.
are aware of which topic they're going to be choosing.
All right. Nitin, maybe you want to add on to
Anything
that?
else, Nathan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for example, because we have
Yeah,
three big
I
teams,
think
are we
yes.
able to reveal a bit of the teams?
Teams are already there, right? So first round auditions is pretty much open, but
Mm-hmm.
it should be sticking around testing because we want to focus only on theme topics related to testing, nothing apart from testing. So auditions strictly around testing, but it's broadened topic, you can choose anything around testing. And
Mm-hmm.
then when it comes to the first round, it is actually human side of testing, where
Mm-hmm.
you can talk anything that excludes technology in testing. Okay, so that's why we call it as human side of testing.
Mm-hmm.
Your way of your test strategy or your approach of testing something, exploratory testing, context driven approach, or anything that is not technology related, you can speak in that round. And the second round is actually having the team of technology in testing, where you can actually share the latest trends, AI, ML, test automation, and anything that is technology related. And the third round is actually processes and approaches in testing. You could share anything like how you approach a specific problem, and how you approach testing a specific challenge, or a test approach basically you follow in your organization, something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
those kind of topics you can pick in the last round. So again, these themes, it's only themes, right? So topics could be anything. So there could be infinity of topics coming in for these specific themes. But the theme is theme. You should be sticking around the theme. Yeah.
Right. So it's like if I can put it in a metaphor, it's like you have the office attire that is the theme, but what colors you wear, what brands you wear for your office attire is really up to you. Okay, as simple as that. All right. So Niranjani,
That's a
I was
nice one.
yeah, thank you. So I was wondering because some we said that earlier on that this super boss is open to different backgrounds. Either you are an experienced speaker or you are a newbie. So I think the challenge for a newbie sometimes is that they tend to be a camera shy. So I was wondering whether can I just participate on the super voice with my cameras on? Sorry, with my videos off.
Okay, think of Super Voice as a public speaking opportunity at your doorstep. So you guys are not going to come in person, and it's only again via video you're going to be joining. So the only way for us to judge your body language, your way of delivering the talk, is only when you have the video on. So I would definitely encourage participants to make sure they have their video turned on.
Yeah. So that being said, although the name of the event is Super Voice, don't take it literally as just contributing
Yeah.
your voice. We want to see your full expression so that we know, we can assess the passion you have with the topic, your comfort level when sharing about those topic and things like that. Okay. So again, as I mentioned, this is like a safe playground for you to make mistake. So that is totally fine, and everyone will not be judging you on how you look. So as long as you know what the topic is all about, that is all that matters that we are going to assess upon. Okay. And yeah, Niranjani, I was wondering that, okay, if let's say I'm a newbie but I also have some prior how to say prior content that I've been sharing internally with my team, for example, or with my cross department team. I was wondering whether can I still use those all materials that I have from the conference talk into the rounds.
Sure, so long as they fall within the themes, because like Nathan mentioned, for the first round, I think it's going to be around human side of testing, and then it'll be around technology. So long as your talk falls within the right themes for each of the rounds, totally fine to reuse the talk.
Yes, so it's like promoting recycling and repurposing.
Yes.
Yeah, so guys, start digging through your old PowerPoint and see whether you have any testing related topics that falls within the three teams that we have. So at least you can save some time and you can start improvising the content that you have so that it will be more useful when it comes to the audition. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'll ask the next question to Nitin first. If let's say I cannot present on the episode recording day, can I send to you my own recording? So, is there any quality standard that we want to impose if they were to send their own recording tape?
Mm, okay, so then let's see the overall event concept, right? So we
Mhm.
conceptualize it as a reality show, right? So in reality shows, we cannot submit a recorded entry. Auditions are flexible for recorded talk, but in
Mhm.
reality, you should be there in reality. We cannot have recorded talks for the rounds we have and for the grand finale. You
Mhm.
have to be virtually present for the session. Yes.
Okay, all right. So I have another question from Raman. Thank you for being an active audience, throwing in question to us. Do we need to send the topic first and then start preparing? So this is like chicken and egg. Do you wait for the chicken first, or you get the egg first? Niranjani, you want to answer this?
Yeah, sure. So yes, I think I would definitely recommend sending the topic first. Again, going back to the other question, I think Raman or someone else had asked, where what if there are two contestants talking about the same topic? So we definitely want to eliminate that situation. So making sure to send the topic first ensures that you're still the only person talking about that topic.
Yeah, I think it's something like if you want to buy a book, you don't read the whole book first. You just look at the book title, the front cover, then you start from there. I mean, you take action starting from there. So again, you can submit the topic first, then only you start preparing the details. Because I've not
Yeah.
seen someone who read the whole book before
I
they
need to
decide.
add on a bit on top of that,
Sure, sure.
Sanjana. So, sending topic first, you can ignore auditions as a separate entity for there. So, it is
Mm.
only applicable for the 4 rounds, for the remaining 4 rounds. So, auditions, you don't need to send a topic first. For auditions, you should be preparing your topic and sending your entries,
Mm.
not to send us upfront only the topic. Yeah,
All
just to
right.
make it clear.
Right, right. Definitely. Yeah, Nitin, I was wondering that if let's say we just now I mentioned that this is our the audience safe playground if they were to embark into this supervised journey. So is there any one-to-one session for them to polish their skills on speaking?
Yes, we will try to help as much as possible. So that is
Mm-hmm.
why when we launched Super Voice, there was one event by Priscilla that happened last week, right? And there is one more upcoming on the 18th of June,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually by a public speaking coach
Mm-hmm.
to help them to understand the public speaking skills and all those questions they have, they could clarify uh, related to public speaking, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then during the event span of time, actually, the whole core team of ours and the judges are actually available for helping you out. So, in case you need any assistance, you can feel free to reach out to us. Yes.
All right. Got it. So if let's say this is about time dependent arrangement again. So if let's say the recording falls out of my time zone, for example, now I'm in Malaysia, but the recording starts at during Niranjani's time zone. So
Mhm.
how do we arrange this? Can the candidate propose different timing for the recording to happen?
I
Okay,
mean, we
so
definitely want to take into consideration everybody's time zones,
Mm-hmm.
but we can't necessarily guarantee that we will be able to cater to it. Again,
Mm-hmm.
mainly because there are going to be multiple contestants, and then there is judges and everyone involved. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll make it. We'll try our best. Again, it's very similar to if you've attended Test Bash World, where it happens throughout the
Mm-hmm.
day, but on different time zones. I think we will try to accommodate, but yeah, no guarantees though.
yeah,
You
Okay.
want
but
to
we
add
have
something
four
to it?
open slots. Yeah, but we have four open slots for all the contestants, right? So these 4 slots will be pretty much spanning across multiple times on Windows. So if you are coming from multiple times on other time zone window, you can choose the one which is most suitable for you.
Mm.
Uh,
All right.
that's what Niranjani meant by we will be making sure we will try our best to accommodate everything, but some
Mhm.
time zones, it's something is beyond our control also, right? So we will try our best.
Okay, all right, no worries. Okay, in my hand, I have at least just a handful of questions. A handful means this much that I'm going to ask again. I'm going to ask to Nitin and also Niranjani. So, Niranjani, just now you mentioned that we can use or recycle our previous content, and then I was wondering whether can we use PowerPoint during the talk, or is there any
Yes.
other recommendation or different tools that we can use?
Yeah, definitely using some form of slide deck. I mean, PowerPoint is the most commonly used one, but open to hearing if folks have something else in mind. Definitely having some kind of a way to share your content. PowerPoint is just easier just because you can just share your screen and go through in a very concise manner. Obviously, we do not want to read through notes like via Google document or anything during the talk. We want to make sure as a contestant, you've put in time and effort to prepare for the talk. So you're only sharing like at a high level bullet points to the audience, and you want to use this as an opportunity to talk more about the specific topic.
Okay, so right, I think we have covered a lot of questions for today. And then, if let's say, because I think Raman just say thank you because he has something else to do, and so in case anyone in the audience has anything to ask further regarding the event, who should we contact? Anything? Yeah, so you can send an email to contact@synapse-qa.com regarding anything that you may have about the event, and someone from the team will be able to reply to you promptly. Okay,
And
right.
we all will be available in LinkedIn as well. So if you want to directly reach out to us, any of us are available. You can directly reach out to us.
All right. So, Niranjani, would you like to say a few words before we wrap up the session?
Yeah, I just want to reiterate that this is a great public speaking opportunity at your doorstep, literally. So don't miss out. And we're waiting to see your entries and looking forward to interacting with you in the next few months. So
All
good
right.
luck.
All right, thank you so much. So before I forgot, I would like to remind you guys that because we have started this event and the deadline submission is on the 20th of June, but prior to that, on the 18th of June, there is a session with Joanna, and the topic is the art of public speaking. So she is the coach, and you can join this event and have a direct Q&A session with Joanna. So I believe you would not want to miss this because the session is on the 18th of June. That means you have 2 days extra for you to decide before you submit your last minute submission. So yeah, grab the last minute chance as much as you can. And that's about it. We are wrapping up from today's session. Thank you, Nitin, and thank you, Niranjani, and also thank you to our audience. We'll see you on the inside and keep the questions coming to us through the email as well. Bye bye and good
Looking
night.
forward. Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.